What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a great day today. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So they recently released or leaked new images. So we've seen so far in Journey Together, there's some really good looking artwork, but the artwork that has caught my eye and the attention of a lot of other people, I personally think this should be called the Rainbow Whale. But it is the Whale Lord. It is the Whale Lord that is kind of standing at a 90-degree angle. It's a very interesting looking artwork. It's kind of doesn't make any sense, but at the same time, it doesn't have to make sense because it's awesome, and I love Whale Lord. So that artwork is commanding my attention. I think that could be one of the big nickname artworks in the set that people go crazy for. Another one, which follows along with our trend in 151 with the Zapdos SIR, is the Articuno SIR. The Articuno SIR that has just been leaked is absolutely chef's kiss. It is phenomenal. I cannot wait to get my hands on that IR rare. I did not get the pre-order right, so I'm gonna miss out on the pre-order for the set. Right now, I am nervous about Journey Together, right? As much as like I can play it cool that these sets are coming out and I'm missing out on them because I'm dropping the ball on the pre-releases and the cases on Pokemon Center are just selling out, booster boxes selling out. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I do think that there's going to be plenty of restocks. I think the fact that there's still Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles on Pokemon Center just says a lot about how Pokemon distribution operates. And maybe they'll do it differently this time around. I've continuously said this, but I think that their job is to print as much demand as there is. And there's going to be a lot of demand for Journey Together. So I don't see why they wouldn't print more of Journey Together. That being said, the Articuno looks really good, and the Whale Lord looks really, really good. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be finding these copies raw fairly easily. I'm going to let a lot of other people take the risk and the gamble in opening the sets because I really am specializing at this point in buying and selling singles. But anyways, Journey Together looks like it is filling out really, really nice, right? We still don't know all the cards that are going to be in the set yet, so things could get even crazier, and they probably will get crazier, and I'm going to have to just get salty that I'm missing out on the release. But that's okay, because I'm only going to go all in on a release if I know 100%, or I'm only going to try to go all in, right? Because my favorite set coming is going to be the Glory of Team Rocket, and I might try to get in on the pre-order on that, and I might completely fail. I might end up having to pay slightly over MSRP. We don't know what's going on in the Pokemon hobby right now. We don't know how distribution is going to act moving forward. They're saying they're going to print more Prismatic, and I'm not sure if we're seeing that demand met yet. I still think they're going to meet that demand. I am confident in it. I'm excited about it. I'm excited for my local shops to get more product in and for me to say, hey, can I get a couple of those ETBs? I'm excited for that. It's not fun if people are going to act crazy about it. It's not fun. But seeing all those demigod packs and the god packs being pulled, I gotta say, Prismatic looks pretty awesome. Despite the fact that I'm still not a fan of the SIR artwork all that much. It's still crazy that we finally have a demigod god pack set where you could either get like 7 SIRs or 3 SIRs. Still, the fact that that's the thing is crazy. The guy that I just bought my Latias EX actually just pulled a demigod pack, and he's like, you interested in any of these? And I'm like, bro, you already hooked me up with the Latias EX. I'm super happy with it. You should enjoy it. So I got it right here, actually. I got the Latias EX. He just sent to me that I'm pretty confident is going to get a 10. And, yeah, he pulled the Dragapult, the Gallade, and an Ogerpon card. So he pulled 3 SIRs that were pretty valuable, just randomly opening a poster box. So while I'm hearing a lot of people are getting slaughtered on pull rates, there are the few, the proud, and the lucky that they just kill it every single time. And those are the people that I want to be connected with, because I don't care if I'm paying you, close to market on cards that you just pulled. If I know they're packed fresh and they're in good condition and and they're sent straight to me from there, I am interested in getting that kind of product to provide in my auctions and sell. Speaking of which, guys, I don't know what other Journey Together cards I would want to mention at this time. There aren't any others that really catch my attention, but I would say that Articuno and the Whale Lord are going to be pretty big. Now, Articuno, that artwork might not be the craziest looking artwork, and so for that I say that is going to be a valuable card, but that's going to be a slow riser, I think. You know, given the fact that we already had the Zapdos and it's an SIR that looks phenomenal with the, you know, the sparkle effect of the SIR, and the fact that it does have Articuno and Moltres in it, tells me that we're probably going to get, along with the Moltres illustration rare, we're probably going to get along with the Articuno illustration rare, we're probably going to get the Moltres illustration rare. Pokemon does a great job of following along with the story and bringing things full circle with all of these artworks. So they have a trend of doing this, and it's most likely going to happen. So we get the Zapdos SIR, we're going to get the Articuno IR, and we'll get a Moltres soon to go with that. Now the Moltres could be an SIR coming, or it could be an IR, it could be in this set coming up, we don't know. So that'll be really interesting, and I think those would be cool to have together in a collection. But I really think the Whale Lord, with all those crazy colors going on, I think the Whale Lord is going to dominate. And I think the Whale Lord is going to see kind of maybe those Magikarp prices. We're getting a lot of hyped up fish in this era. And so given the fact that we've already seen that, I think it's just you would expect history to repeat itself. But moving forward, I want to announce something big, okay? Shout out to Fortress. Yo, bro, appreciate you trusting me. I am going to get my first consignment, it sounds like, here soon. Nothing is 100% set in stone, but we pretty much have been in full agreement. I need to check my Discord messages today. But guys, if you have a collection that you want to sell and consign with me, it's not something that I want to push, right? It's not something that I want to put out there in the open, because I want to take it slow, and I want to be responsible with handling other people's collectibles. But if it's something you're considering, we could kind of basically make maybe like a waitlist type thing of people that want to do consignments on my eBay. And that's something that I would consider. We're in agreement at 10%, which I think is really gracious on his part. He said the shop wasn't going to give him but 70% market anyways. And my auctions tend to do really well. He was like, do it however you want to run it. So we're going to probably run it as one big lot. But guys, as you can see on my eBay, my lot listing auctions have been killing it, right? They have been going off the chains. It's awesome. So recently I just had a big lot of bulk vintage WotC sell for $308, right? Guys, that's incredible. Between the hyper rares and IRs that I sold, that lot went for $90. I sold all of a huge stack of bulk Vs that sold for $85. So we got $175 right there, and I'm going to take a hit on fees on those, and I did promote them 2% ad rate. So I'm going to take a 15.25% hit on both of those. So instead of 165 or 175, let's say, is probably closer to 150, 140. Still, then I had the vintage bulk lot end at 308. That was promoted. We'll take another 15% off of that. We're looking at least $50, so 250. So we got $390 at the minimum after fees and ad rate, okay? $390 at the minimum. And I have another lot that is right now, I think, at 150 or 200, which even after fees, if that ended right now, I would end up with probably 500, and then I have another lot after that of first editions that's going to end soon, and that one's, I think, at 100 or 200. So I'm probably going to end up netting like $700 profit on a $120 lot that I picked up. So that's insane, guys. And honestly, it's not about what I paid for the lot. It's really just the fact that my eBay now is really getting running, and it is able to, it has the eyes, right? I have the following that people are willing to pay that for my stuff. So if you have vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon and you don't know how to sell it, or you don't have time to sell it, definitely something to consider, maybe sending it to me and we can talk about it, and I can kind of create a list of people that I'm considering doing consignments with to start. But I just want to say thank you, Fortress, for agreeing to send your stuff here. I'm really excited to do that lot auction. I've always thought about doing this, and I've always said that I don't want to handle other people's stuff, but in a way, I am going to help them get their liquidity back, so I am kind of excited to help out and provide a service in that sense. But anyways, guys, we have two other things we also need to discuss here. Should I sell, I know it's kind of like, Ryan, you're going to do whatever you want anyways, but should I sell my Japanese binder? I have multiples in each slot, but I have basically my Japanese binder, which Japanese is very different from English in terms of vintage. Everything kind of goes into one binder, and you can have several of the same Pokemon in the same slots. Even if they're different artworks, they have the same numbers. And I have it pretty well filled out. I know there's definitely some empty spaces here, but guys, considering this is Japanese and I don't collect Japanese, from buying a collection and having all of these slots filled out, we got Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan down here, two of my favorites. We got Chansey right here. From having all these filled out, and I just sent off Rocket's Mewtwo because I think it could actually get a PSA 10. So I just sent that. That's the only card I pulled from this. And we have a Holo Dragonite still and another Mewtwo right here. We have a Typhlosion right here. All these were from that Japanese collection. And then we have blank spaces in the Neo Genesis area and on. And then we just have this random Lugia chilling in here. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to see that. But anyways, I am thinking of selling this binder just because I don't really do Japanese and people are going crazy on eBay right now. So I'm considering selling the Japanese binder, but that's something that I'm thinking on because it is a place that I can put all of the vintage bulk and holos that I find. I can actually organize them in here. And I do think that there's value in having, if you're not going to collect Japanese at all, I think there's value in having vintage Japanese because this is really where the hobby originated. It started in Japan. Before we got our first edition Shadowless, we were getting Japanese. So this is up on eBay though. I did take this out of the binder. I believe I still have my Blastoise in here. My Team Rocket's Blastoise. That thing looks sick. Yeah, I am letting go of the Charizard. One, because I just bought a card that is absolutely insane. Yes? Can I help you? Okay. I just bought a collection that is absolutely, well, not a collection, although I will be buying collections to sell them to put them up on auction. But I just bought a single card that is absolutely insane, guys. I said that I was really going to pull back so we could save for a house. And we have saved 75% of what we need for the down payment on our home. So I thought it only right to splurge on something that I think is going to be a no-brainer, guys. I can't tell you what it's going to be. There's only a handful of people that even know what it's going to be, and if you know what it's going to be, do not put it in the comments. If you put it in the comments, I'm going to end up deleting the comment, because I'm going to do a reveal on this card, and I'm really excited. If you follow me on Instagram, Orion Sires Pokemon, or even Orion Sires, I posted on both what this card was, just so people could get a sneak peek. But I don't want anybody to spoil it for everybody else that is not seeing the card yet. So it is a big card, and for that, I figured I have to sell a little bit from everywhere. I'm putting up theme decks that I don't want to sell. I'm putting up lots of cards that I thought I was going to keep for a long time. I really am selling a lot of stuff that I want to keep, but I just don't need. And this Charizard is one of them. So we're going to flip the camera around and go into a different perspective. And we're going to take a look at this Charizard that I have right now on eBay. So if there are any potential buyers right now watching this video, let's go ahead and go in depth and take a video of this Charizard. On top of that, and I'll talk about the flaws of the card. I'll talk about what I think it would grade still. And I'll pretty much make it very, very clear what's wrong with the card. I did that on my eBay. I don't want people to think the card is mint, and put a crazy bid on it. Knowing that, right? If they put a crazy bid, that's on them, but I want everyone to be well educated on the card's condition and what I think it's probably valued at. That's very important to me. My reputation is very important to me. My credibility is very important to me. Okay, and then next up, we have this Majestic Dawn Polar Frost. I believe it's Polar Frost. What's that say right there? Yeah, Polar Frost theme deck, guys. I talked about this the other day. I've got one that is sealed up for sale right now, but this contains the Majestic Dawn Glaceon Holo, and this holo has a gnarly swirl right here. You can see it. Absolutely beautiful swirl. Guys, I asked Diana what she thought I should do. This card is really expensive in a PSA 10. And here it is begging for me to get it out. I could still sell this theme deck open and used for 40, 50 bucks, which would allow me to pretty much recoup my money on it anyways. So there's really very minimal downside. But if I sell it partially sealed with the sealed deck, I could probably get $90 out of it, right? I could probably get a little bit under market for this deck. But honestly, the fact that these are even at the price they're at is crazy to me. These theme decks have a card that could be very, very valuable if it hit PSA 10. It's extremely low pop. I want to say there's only one listing, and I brought this up before. There's only one listing at $1,800 for that Glaceon. So I think, guys, in this video, we're going to break the Glaceon out. I also wanted to make a point to say we put up some lots up on eBay that are new. I put a bunch of jumbo cards, including the VMAX Evolutions jumbo cards. My friend was going to throw them out. I knew saving those was going to be a good idea because now I'm cashing out on them. And then I put up a big XY Evolutions lot. It has all of the XY Evolutions bulk pretty much, and it has a bunch of duplicate rares. It's got some reverses. It's got even a holo. So I put that up. And then I also put up my entire Pokemon Go lot. That lot had a lot of duplicate holos that look really, really good, that are grade worthy. That lot had all the bulk. That lot had hyper rare rainbow cards. These Sparks. That card was pretty valuable when it came out. It has the Rainbow Hyper Mewtwo, V-Star. The only thing that it doesn't have is the Alt Art Mewtwo. It also has the Radiant Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, which I think people are like low-key starting to catch on to. Those are pretty popular. And I really like those Radiants a lot. But honestly, Pokemon Go just hasn't done really well overall. And I thought it would, being kind of a pop culture phenomenon. But it's not done well at all, and I need the money right now for other ventures and to just keep saving money. So I put up all of my Pokemon Go cards for sale. So those are up for sale. Guys, let's tune in to the other part of this video. What's going on, guys? So Diana gave me this super handy light that she's using for her videos. And it's honestly like low-key a lifesaver. This thing brings so much brightness. We have the brightness of the room, but not enough to show you guys in detail some of the stuff that we're looking at. So let's go ahead and look at this Charizard that I have up for auction right now. I put it up last night. It's already at $100. And I get why. I mean, look at it. It's pretty much flawless. There's a swirl right by the flame, so it has a flame swirl. It is the OG. It is the true OG Charizard. The only thing that could make this card any better, and would have been a reason that I did not let go of it, would have been if it was a no symbol rarity. No rarity Charizard, right? Those are extremely valuable. And when I learned about that, I didn't think to even check. I was like, oh man, mine could be a no rarity. Mine could absolutely be a no rarity. But no, sure enough, regular rarity Japanese Charizard. But it does have a gnarly swirl. It has a beautiful holo. Like, sometimes the Cosmos holos are okay. This one is absolutely off the chains. This Cosmo holo is really, really good. Love this card. Anyways, you guys can see the centering is not the best. Centering's not the best. It looks a little thin on this end, but not like, I don't think it's anything worse than 60-40. But overall, all the corners in the front look really, really good. There's a dimple right here. That is the issue with the card, is that it has a dimple right here. Other than that, the corners look pretty good. That dimple is definitely breaks my heart because this would have been a perfect card to grade. The corners look really good. It has an awesome swirl. It's pretty well centered. The back is beautiful. If we look really, really closely here, you can see this corner is minty. This corner is minty. This corner, this whole edge, both the edges are minty. The card looks super good. That scratch is actually on the this card saver. The bottom over here, you have a dot here. You have, I know you have a dot down here somewhere, right there. You have a little dot. You can barely see it. Some whitening right here. Little whitening on this corner. And I tried to capture that as accurately as I could in the eBay listing, but like, damn, y'all, this thing is mint. Honestly, someone might slide through with a 9 on this. Like, I doubt it. I doubt it, right? But if the grader's having a bad, like, not a bad day, if the grader's having a great day and they're not paying attention and they don't see this little dot right here, which that dot kind of gives it away where that dimple is. But unless you get the light on it just right, you really can't see that dimple at all. But either way, it's a really beautiful card. And yeah, I'm excited. This is the first, like, really nice minty Charizard that I've put up. But I wanted to be super transparent about the condition. Someone else might put this in a humidor. They might flatten it out. I don't know. Someone else can take the risk. I'm not willing to do that to the card. But it is a beautiful copy. And yeah, I'm excited to see what that goes for. Now, let's do what we're here to do, okay? Let's take the risk level up a notch. Ooh, this one has a hollow here and here. We're going to open up this Glaceon. We're going to do it. We're going to open up this Glaceon. Since we're not opening any packs, we might as well open up this theme deck. We can always sell it as an open theme deck, right? Already this edge looks thin, right? But I feel like if it has not a single dot on the back, it could still pull it off. It could still potentially get a 10. I don't know. You guys look at it. I don't think this card should not get a 10 just because of the centering. I just don't think that's enough reason to not give it a 10, especially if it's super clean. And even in a 9, it's worth 100 plus. So I think it's worth it to go ahead and crack this open and get it graded. I can sell the Majestic Dawn deck, box, everything without the hollow. I'm just nervous as heck about getting this out, right? I'm not a kid just opening this to play the game for fun. I'm trying to get these cards graded, and it is a huge risk. And I do not want to mess this up, guys. I do not want to mess this up. So I'm thinking the best thing to do is to just take really small jabs at it. This is tough. They got this thing so shrunk on here that I'm nervous about damaging it in pretty much any way possible. Okay, I'm in. Now we just want to pull away. Okay, now you just got to really gently pull away from this. Okay? Really gently pull away from this. One thing in the past I've learned from doing anything in front of y'all on camera is that I'm in a rush. I am taking my time. I can edit whatever I need out. I am not racing this. Okay. We got the top seal off. I'm going to pull away. Okay. All right. Pulling that away. We're going to take this off the back. Okay. 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 So far, so good. Looks like it has good potential here. All right, let's not get our hopes up too much. But so far, so good. Okay, I'm going to cut this card in the back because it's really my barrier here to getting this out easily. And I don't care about the card that's in the back. At least I don't know what the card in the back is, so I don't think I should care. I think it's probably an energy. Okay, we got the cards out. Let's see what that card in the back was. Oh, it was actually a Jolteon. There's actually some fire cards in here. Okay, so I don't want to damage that Jolteon. Oh, no, guys. Oh, freaking no. It looks like quality control. This is why it's low pop. Look at that. Quality control. This thing, oh, my God. Tell me that every single card in this whole stack has some kind of flaw. Oh, and of course, it doesn't have that flaw at all, but I don't think it could 10. I don't think it could 10. It has those two white corners right there. And yeah, I do not think that this card could 10. I think I'm going to get it graded anyways, because it is a beautiful card. But yeah, that makes me sad. This is super, super hard to find and get a 10. We can try the Shining Zard that I just bought. Let's see. what's in this deck actually? Let's go ahead and look at this deck. Got your energies, Potion, Energy Search, Warp Point, Quick Ball, Mom's Kindness, Shellos. You got Pikachu, Electrike, Manectric. It's good to know what's in this deck. Piplup, Primplup, Empoleon. I could use some of these to fill out my Majestic Dawn binder, which would be smart. We got Eevee. We got a couple nice Eevee cards. And then we got the Jolteon in there. So I guess the Jolteon was that one extra rare that's in there. But the Jolteon is mint condition other than that factory flaw on the back. But I gotta say, with the Jolteon looking the way the Jolteon looks, I think it's safe to say that I got really lucky the Glaceon looked as good as it looks. So I can still sell the deck partial without the Glaceon holo, or I could sell it with the holo. Definitely interested to see what you guys think I should do. But wow, look at this thing. Let's look at the holo surface. Because if the holo surface is good, and it looks good, the holo surface does look good. As long as that's the case, we might have a good shot here, guys, at a 10. We might have a good shot. I know it has those white dots on the back, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the end game, okay? I just bought a PSA 10 vintage card, and it has white dots on the corners. So it's very likely that they could maybe 10 this card. I think it's worth it to go ahead and take the risk and send it with my next submission. At the very least, they'll see that most of the cards I am sending them are mint condition cards. I can't see why they would knock this card. I cannot see why they would knock it. It is a beautiful card. And guys, I actually didn't mess that up. I thought that I would probably mess that up somehow, but I managed to not mess that one up. I need to get a new card saver. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed that. That definitely hit the pack ripping itch. No, it's not prismatic, but I think this card actually looks a lot nicer than any of the prismatic cards. Oh my god. That's so beautiful. Like, honestly, I can't believe this, guys, but I think I'm becoming a Glaceon fan. I honestly can't believe it, but I think I'm becoming a Glaceon fan. I really do like the Glaceon VMAX from Sword and Shield 2, but this one has 2 freaking swirls. It's a double swirl. Oh my god, and the Cosmo Holo is beautiful. All right, let's get this in here. And who knows, like, there's a good chance they might give this a solid grade and not screw me over on it. And I think I'm willing to take that chance. Now I need to get this hair out of here. I'm trying to get anything out of here that they might confuse for something wrong with the card. All right. Wow. Just look at that. Absolute beauty. And I honestly think I could just auction this card off too and just explain to people the potential value of this card if it hits a 10 and just sell it with the deck. I could just do that. That would be the least risk thing for me, and I could let someone else take the gamble. What do y'all think? Y'all are going to have to let me know. Ryan, you got to take the gamble. You got to take the gamble on it. I mean, honestly, come on, dude. This thing is so freaking clean. The fact that they might not 10 this is wild to me. The only thing I can really see is right here. Right here there is one tiny little divot that they probably wouldn't want to give it a 10 over. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see, honestly. Like, this thing is so freaking clean. So, I don't know. And it's definitely got a little bit of edge wear here, and that's just from being the front card in the theme deck. That's just what happens. But again, I'm going to say theme deck exclusive, because I'm going to put that in with the listing when I send it off to PSA, because they need to know where it came from. That, like, hey, this wasn't just a pack pull. This is a theme deck listing here. I'm sorry, guys. I think there's like a hair. I'm going to get this hair out. Super, super OCD about that kind of stuff. All right, got the hair out. But yeah, definitely want to know what you guys think. Am I overthinking it? Is it getting a 10? Is it a 9? Should I just sell it with the theme deck so the person has at least a complete theme deck? God, this card is freaking beautiful. Oh, man. The front's perfect. In my opinion, the front's perfect. I mean, yeah, you have a little bit of centering issue, but are they seriously going to hold back a 10 because of some teeny tiny white dots? Like, I guess this card will never get a 10 if it's about that, because a lot of vintage cards, it's super hard to get a 10 when they're sitting in a pack moving around or in a theme deck. If I open my base set heavy packs at 7,500 subscribers and I get a Charizard with a back this clean, I would be absolutely stoked. Because this is clean in my opinion. Super clean. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for watching. I hope that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep a lookout for this Charizard. It is up for auction, and it's one of the cooler cards I've put up on my eBay in a while as a raw, cheap auction start bid. Anyways, peace out, guys. Have a good one. Make it a great day.